Today I am back with another video, and I decided to talk about how to pass your road test. Tips on the road test, particularly for people in BC, ICBC. And I'm not gonna lie, I ran out of video ideas that are easy to edit, so here you go. Okay, let's start off. First, you have your L test, the knowledge test, right? This is not the road test. You have to pass this before you can even drive and operate the car for your your road test, sorry. So you'll pass that, but honestly, that one's pretty easy. I don't even think you guys need any tips for that. Just make sure you just do the practice online a couple of times. You'll definitely pass, eventually at least. Anyway, so in terms of the road test, I'm just going to talk about my experience as a pretty bad driver. So if you're better than me, you'll definitely pick these up way faster than me. So first, I started off in the parking lot. Usually it's nice to have like a family member or a friend or someone, 25 plus in age, I'm pretty sure. And they have their class 5 that can kind of like show you how you're driving and make sure you like get a feel for the car. That's pretty important. So for me, I spent like 2 or 3 months in the parking lot, but I'm sure you can do it faster than me. But when you spend time in the parking lot, it's honestly not even about parking. It's just about being able to like go on the road, on your side of the road and do the turns, just a basic reverse, stuff like that. But parking, honestly, you don't have to worry about it that much. And like, I'm not gonna lie, right now I still can't park. Parallel parking in this spot over here took me like, bro, like 7 tries. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. So after you get past that stage, you'll probably want to start on some small roads, right? But the thing with small roads is you want to be kind of careful because you want to like get a feel for how close you are to the cars beside you. You don't want to skim the cars that are parked, but you also don't want to like obviously crash into the cars that are coming into you, right? So just find one that doesn't have many people, many cars, stuff like that. And yeah, just practice, I guess. Try not to hit anyone, try not to hit any garbage cans, stuff like that. That, I guess, or like there's some industrial roads, those are also good to practice on just because they're so wide and also pretty not populated too. So after that, you can go on the main roads. The good thing about main roads is that it practices like your sense of like the traffic lights and stuff. So like you might not know like, oh, how do I left turn, when do I right turn, like who has the right of way, stuff like that. And that's definitely why you need to drive on the main roads after. But definitely make sure you have someone with you to tell you if you're doing the right thing, because you don't want to crash in the main road. And then there's also like, yeah, roundabouts, stuff like that. You should definitely practice on going within the speed limit too. Some people go too fast. That's like a large reason why I know a lot of people have failed. Just going too fast in the parks and the school zones. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think you should be practicing for maybe around 8 months. This step's kind of optional, but I feel like it's very helpful. If you can, try to get a driver's instructor, because they'll kind of guide you through the testing laws and stuff, because a lot of them have been past like driving testing people in the past, so they are very familiar with the rules. They also have connections a lot of the times with the testing people. Usually you don't even need them for that long. Like I honestly went to mine for like 2 or 3 classes and that was it, because I already knew how to drive at that point. It's just like I wanted to make sure I would pass. Fun fact, I procrastinated so much that my learners was gonna expire in like 5 days, so I was panicking. So then I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna, book this random end test in like this random location. And I booked it. And I told my driver instructor, and he was like, like, are you gonna pass? I don't know. So then anyway, I was like, okay, well, whatever, I'm just gonna do it. And then I did it, and I passed. So you know what this says? A lot of the times you'll get lucky, and a lot of the times you won't get lucky with your instructor. I mean, your testing person, examiner. I don't even know what they're called. Yeah. So like some of them are really nice, Some of them are slightly mean. Like, some will dock you points for very tiny things, but others will be like, oh yeah, it's okay. So, okay, now let's talk about the actual test. When you get there, you have to, like, you know, do all the paperwork, stuff like that. It's pretty chill. You wait there a couple minutes, and then hopefully this guy comes out to your car, and then, or not even guy, this person comes out to your car, and then they're like, okay, are you this? Okay, let's go. And then first, before you even move your car, they're going to ask you, like, to touch the wheel and, like, you know, do all of those maintenance checks, like brakes, I don't know, lights, maybe your windshield, and then I'm not really sure, high beam, low beam, stuff like that, your gear, your brake. Yeah. And then you'll just get started. But when they start, they probably won't talk a lot, because, you know, you're not supposed to really be helping the person who's taking a test. But you can kind of tell from their facial expression if you're doing things right. There's a couple of things that they'll definitely, like, test you on, though. So I think probably they're gonna make you do a parallel park, and then most likely it's gonna be on a hill or something, so you have to definitely make sure you turn your wheel and do the brake, what is that called, the brake thing, you know, the handbrake, yeah. And then they'll also make you do, like, a roundabout, you know, go on the main roads, obviously. And they're gonna really check your speed limit, making sure you're driving within the speed limit, not too fast, not too slow. I think they made me pull up just, like, on the side of the curb, like beside the curb. I don't remember what that was for. Maybe not any reason in particular. And then once you finish the test, which is, like, I think 20 minutes, they'll make you park back at the ICBC testing center, and that is when you have to do, like, a reverse park. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, tip for you guys, if your car has a camera, you are lucky, because honestly, I use my camera and it's so helpful. Like, it's literally the most helpful thing ever. But you don't want to be, like, staring into your camera, you know, that kind of looks bad. So it looks like you don't know how to drive. You just do, like, a quick, you know, glance. Oh, glance, yeah, stuff like that, and hopefully they won't care, and you'll be really good too. Oh yes, also a very, very important thing on the road test when you're doing it, it's to do, obviously, shoulder checks. Just do as many as you can, obviously. Like, you don't even, like, it might not even be a logical shoulder check, like, just do it, okay? When you're changing lanes, turning left, turning right, whatever, just do a shoulder check. Okay, let's talk about some past mistakes, the biggest mistakes I've heard of from, you know, my friends. As I mentioned before, number one, the speed limit. That one is pretty important. Driving on the right speed, that one could, like, literally fail you, I guess. I've also heard of, like, braking too suddenly. So, you know, make sure you're, like, a safe driver. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, maybe, not pulling up your handbrake thing. That one I've heard of too, and those are probably the three main ones. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. I can't really think of anything else, but if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. I'm not the most knowledgeable on this topic, obviously, but yeah, I've been through it, so if you have any questions, I'll probably be able to answer them. Yeah, that is all. Oh, also, very, very important, especially in my opinion. So, if you pass, they're gonna be like, congrats, but you need to take your photo right there, right then, and, like, maybe you're not ready, so make sure you're looking ready. And also, if they don't ask you about your height or weight or anything, just tell them, because, bro, they messed up my driver's license. It's literally the wrong numbers. Good luck to everyone. Even if you don't pass the first time, you'll eventually pass. I know many people who have taken multiple tries, and you know, it's fine. Because honestly, that makes you a safer driver.